Satnam. Welcome to Do You Want Your Skin Back? Do you? I take it that you do because you're here. Okay. So I'm not just going to read to you out of the manual, which I'm hoping that you have your ebook, but what I want to talk to you about is you. This whole thing is not about I want you to look like me or some tiny, tiny, thin model. I want you to look like you. I want you to feel like you. I want you to be you in the most delicious, amazing, soulful, connected way. That's what this is about. And how to get there in a really connected, step-by-step thing. This isn't the magic, take the pill, you'll lose all the weight you want, do this, drink alkaline water, your whole body will be totally alkaline no matter what you eat. This is not a magic pill. This is a very connected, step-by-step. You're going to have to do some work, yes, but in a way that you're supported. The first step is about support. So I want to talk to you for a minute about cycles. Our planet is built on cycles, okay? And we look at things and we talk about, the 7-year itch, right? Well, 7 is a complete cycle of consciousness. 7 years, well, it used to be at 7 years you would start school, right? That whole 7 cycle, it's a change. You're changing from being the baby, the this, to being able to function on your own, to be your own person, to do that. So 7 is that cycle. In a numerology, 7 is service, okay? You cannot be of service to anyone else unless you serve yourself and you get the essence of you. So to be self-serving, really self-serving, is really deeply important. Not to mean I'm going to shop by, I'm just thinking about me, no, but to serve the essence of you. To set it up so that the first thing you do in the morning is have time to connect to your own soul, to set your psyche. It will mean the difference of day and night in your day. It will be much more balanced and connected because you have taken that time to pull things together for you. So 7 is a week. 1 week, 7, right? We have this 7 all over the place in our lives. So we're going to do each one of these things for at least 1 week, so that 7 cycle gets expanded to the 40-day cycle. When you do something for 40 days, I've heard recently 21 days, but I got to tell you, it's 40 days. 40 is a cycle of how many weeks you spend being grown, your body grown to encase your soul for this lifetime in your mother's womb. 40 years, the Jews were in the desert. 40 weeks of Lent, Ramadan is 40 days. So 40 is a very, very significant birth time. You move into a new birth in 40 days. You can release any habit in 40 days. So part of this program is a 7-week cycle, a 40-day cycle. If you want to cement a new pattern, you need 120 days to create an entirely new pattern. So how many cycles of 40 is 120? Think about it. You get those 3 40-day cycles to do the 120. You get 3 times as long to create a new habit as to lose an old one. And we're going to get to do that. We're actually adding an extra 10 days onto this just so that you can feel really grounded in it. So what is it? What is this whole thing that we're going to do? Well, get ready to pack your bags because you're going on a journey. All right, and this journey has components to it. And the most important component is you. The second most important component is your person. What the heck does that mean, your person? The thing that we think we can do without this lifetime that we can't is we need support. And whenever you're taking on something big, it's always much easier to do a fast or a cleanse with somebody. It's always much easier to go to a class or to start an exercise program if you have that person that you're doing it with, right? So we all love belonging and we all love the connectivity. But we need the support person, especially if you're changing a habit. You know, you can have tons of support people, but you need the one. You know why you need one? Because you need accountability. Because let's face it, as women especially, we are so good at being able to get out of things. We know how to slide under it, to go over it, to go around it, to make excuses, to go, oh, just not today. My daughter had this great saying. When she was really little, I used to go out and buy her all these clothes. We lived in this Italian neighborhood, and they had all these fabulous Italian knitted dresses, and I would buy them for her and stuff. And I soon got to realize that when she said to me, thank you, not today. When I would say, do you want to wear this dress? She'd say, thank you, not today. That dress was never leaving her closet. Okay, and I might as well give it away right now because it was never going on her body as long as she could talk. And she was very good. She was a Virgo, so she changed her clothes at least 3 or 4 times a day. And it would just, if I put her in something that she didn't like, she would just immediately spill something on it. And that was the end of it. So I learned from her what thank you but not today meant. Okay. So we are so good as women, and we learn it really early, how to be able to get around things. So I want you to make a list of your people, and I want you to figure out, like, okay, this would be my first choice of my person, okay, and just make a whole list of people. But I want you to really go after that first person, and these are the requirements that your person needs, okay? They need a really good sense of humor, because if you get bitchy and feisty and everything else, that they can just humor you out of that. Preferably not your partner, but it can be depending on your relationship. Okay. And I want it to be someone who will not let you get away with things. Okay. Somebody you cannot talk out of things. If you can talk them out of things like, oh, have you done your meditation today? You know, not today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. And they say, okay. They're not your person. Okay. If you say that and they say, okay, I need you to sit down and do that right now. You need to do it now. Before the clock hits midnight, you need to do it, and you need to call me and let me know that you've done that. That's your person. You know why it's your person? Because it means that this person really cares enough about you that they will move your bullshit to the side. They care about you, and they'll find a way to nail your butt to the wall when it needs to be nailed there. They'll find a way to cajole you and to play with you, you know. I'm not saying it's all serious and that, but that they know when you're, you know, doing your thing. Because when you're really going through a big change in your life and you're committed to making a change, trust me, things are going to come up and they're going to say, oh, but this is way more important right now than this. I can do this meditation later. Okay. And then you get home and you're like, oh, I am just too tired to do it today. Okay. So this person that you're choosing to be your support, to be your accountability, to be your person, really important. It could be the most important component of this whole project, of this whole transformation, of this whole do you want you back. Because it has to be someone who's committed to you being the most amazing you that you can be. Okay, so I want you to make a list. Important, make a list of all the people that you think could fill that job, and then right after it, their best qualities in terms of this journey with you. Not their best qualities in that they're cute and they're really funny and they really, you know, they're good for going to the movies with, or, you know, dancing or whatever it is. I don't care about those things. I care about, do they see you? Do they really see you? And do they want to help you bring that out into the world more? Do they want to help you? And do they have a good sense of humor in doing that? Okay, so make your list right now. Write it down. I will make my list. And, okay, this is the next thing. Assign a time. When will you make this list? Not, yeah, I'll make this list, and it could happen like, 6 years from now. I've had people tell me, oh, I carried your card in my pocket with me for 2 years. I had somebody show up at my yoga classes last week, and they said, I've been following you for 6 years. 6 years, and they had never taken a class with me, okay? They had just been following me around, which means that, you know, they were like my pet dog and I didn't even know it, okay? As opposed to showing up. So you've chosen to show up. Now you need the accountability factor. So make sure that your accountability factor is someone you love and care about, who sees and cares about you. Assign a time and date. You will do this within the next 24 hours. Yes, within the next 24 hours. You can find 10 minutes in the next 24 hours. I love that we all now think that, you know, a sign of being successful and fabulous is, I just don't have enough time. I don't have any time. How many times have you heard people say, I am just overwhelmed, I don't have any time? What I want to say to you is, oh honey, you need to change your priorities in your life. And I understand if you have children, that they don't make appointments. They just require a tremendous time and energy. But if you don't find any time for you, then you're going to get very short with them. Okay. Trust me, I went on 3 and 4 hours of sleep for 35 years, but I did yoga and meditated for 2.5 hours every morning. And the meditation that you will do, the yoga that you will do, will actually take the place of sleep. Okay? It will rejuvenate you. It will give you back you way more than your sleep time. Okay, so pick that person, assign yourself that time that you're going to do this. That's the big deal. Okay, now we're going to start on and just go over some of the things and why I put them in this. All right. Fear is a huge stopper of so many things in our lives. Okay, you know, the fear factor. It's like we don't say to ourselves, oh, but I'm afraid, but we make excuses so we don't hit that wall of fear. We like to stay a safe distance away from that wall of fear, because when it descends on us, it's like, ah, you know. So in this program, you're actually going to walk into your wall of fear. And I'm going to give you a couple of breaths that will really help you with that, okay? So this is one for overwhelm, and it's real simple, and it's not necessarily in the ebook. But then we're going to do with the ones that are there too. So 4-part breath. You're going to inhale in 4 parts. You're going to exhale in 4 parts. All right. What this does is it breaks up that overwhelmed feeling. That's what the 4 parts does. And it gives you back. Okay. It gives you that capacity and that courage. You know, courage really means of the heart, core of the heart, right? So that you have the capacity, the age to be of the heart. And this is that age, to have heart, to be of the heart. But just to say that to somebody, it's like, oh yeah, okay, nice. All right. But to give you the techniques to be able to get into your heart, that's what these are about. So 4-part breath. I'm going to teach you, you can do this through your nose or through your mouth, because sometimes during the day, you can't go around going, but you can go. Okay, you can do that walking to the bathroom. You can do that while you're in the bathroom. You can take a bathroom break. You can do it while you're walking to your car. You can do it in your car. You can do it walking down the street. Nobody hardly knows. A little more able to tell that in a meeting, but otherwise it's a great breath. So we're going to do it through the mouth, then through the nose, okay, so that you get the experience. When you're really stressed, you can't breathe through your nose very deeply, okay? And this, you want to really start the breath down in your pubic bone. So we'll do it through the mouth first. So I'm going to come forward so that you can actually see this whole thing, right? So it's going to be, and then, do it with me now. Now through the nose. Now close your eyes. Feels good, doesn't it? Keep doing it. A couple more times. Inhale in that 4-part, exhale in that 4-part. It's called break breath, right? Break up whatever is on top of you. Good. And now inhale deeply. Inhale more. Inhale more. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Let it fill you. And now exhale. Okay. Hopefully just that little bit helps. But if you do this when you're feeling really overwhelmed, or just practice it so that it's there for you when you're overwhelmed. The great part of practicing and having a practice is that you do these things and all of a sudden when you need it, they're there. They come into your head and they go, oh, remember this. This is what you can do to help that. So do that breath. When you're feeling overwhelmed, upset, upset's a setup, right? It's really a setup. It's a setup to make us fail. And this is about you succeeding. Succeeding at the most important thing that you're here for, which is you. Becoming that womanifestation, that manifestation of the infinite that only comes through this personification of you. Okay? Ready? So this is another really, really beautiful thing. O breath. Okay? And all you do is you make an O out of your mouth. Why? Why an O? And what does it do? It activates the heart. Because this beautiful vagus nerve goes right through the center of your lips, the center of your nose. A friend of mine once got this unbelievably huge zit right on the end of his nose. It was just outstanding. It was so big and hideous. And it was telling him that there was something happening with his heart. His vagus nerve was very, very irritated, right? He was going through a very difficult period in his life. And it was putting a lot of stress and strain on his heart. So this breath will help that, okay? The O breath. Okay, you have 2 more breaths. So the O breath is like, so all you're going to do is make an O out of your mouth. Have you ever noticed that when we do kissy things with babies, what do? Oh, hi, you're so cute. This, ooh, we make an ooh, O out of our mouth. So you're going to do the same thing. And you're just going to, but much more relaxed, and you're just going to practice this. I want you to practice it for at least a minute to 3 minutes every single day. So just, and then exhale. Okay, now close your eyes and just feel this. Okay, we're only going to do it 3 more times. Just close your eyes. What's here, and I want you to experience it. When your eyes are open, you're experiencing other things. Experience this. Close your eyes. Exhale. 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 Powerfully, powerfully. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. You should know in Kundalini Yoga we're bad with time and space. I can say 3, it could be 30. And exhale. And inhale deeply. And exhale. Good. It also helps the parasympathetic nervous system, so it helps to make you feel more calm, relaxed, receptive, juicy, like, okay, now that I've lost a little of that excess fear and freneticness. The interesting thing when we say that we're anxious, we're depressed, we're stressed out, or whatever, what we don't realize that we're saying to people is, I'm afraid of something. Because fear sits under all of these emotions that we stack on top of. All right? So all of those things are like, I'm afraid this won't happen. I'm afraid if I don't do this, this won't happen. Have you heard people say, if I don't do it myself, it doesn't get done? I'm afraid that if I delegate it, it's not going to get done. Depression is just fear that we've carried around for so long. It's zapped us of our life. And now we can say, okay, there's mineral imbalances. Hell yes, because we think Twinkies are food. Okay? We have a whole huge group of food that isn't food that we talk about as if it's food. It makes us crazy. Okay? So what we eat contributes to our depression, our anxiety. And we're going to talk about that later. But right now, I want to teach you something. Remember that song, If You Whistle a Happy Tune and Make Believe That I'm Not Afraid? So this is called whistle breath. And I realize everybody doesn't think they can whistle. But I promise you, everyone can whistle. And you know what you need to do if you can't whistle? Find some little kid that can whistle, and they'll show you how to do it. Okay, yes, you have to make an O out of your mouth to whistle. You also have to stick your tongue down behind your front teeth and arch the tongue up. Okay, that's part of what creates this wonderful whistle. So whistle breath is a breath that takes you out of fear. Have you ever noticed that a lot of men, when they whistle, they're not afraid? They're not afraid about, if you yell something back to them about, how obscene it is that they're whistling at you. They're having a blast, okay? And they're not afraid about whistling. We have mixed feelings about being whistled at, okay? Embrace it. Whistling is fabulous. So you want to just do the whistle breath and it's going to be inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. You don't have to look at me whistling. You have to just do you. And if you can't do it, you're going to do O breath again until you find that kid who will teach you how to do whistle breath, right? So. Two more times, come on, do it. If your dog is around, it might drive them crazy. If your cat's around, they'll probably come and sit with you, but just do whistle breath. Inhale deeply. Now close your eyes, press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, keep the breath in, lift up on the rectum and sex organs. When you're really afraid, you get a really tight ass. I want you to consciously lift up on those organs and exhale. Okay. The lifting up on your rectum, if you're holding that root lock, that rectum and sex organs lock, okay, you're going to find that you can't die because you're holding that soul in the body. So if it's not your time to go, do that. If it is, let go. The soul usually leaves the body through the heart or through the crown, okay? And it doesn't leave all in one little blast. I'm just telling you this because when you need to strengthen your life, one of the things that you need to do is get really in contact with the root of you. So your root chakra is your legs and all that feeds how you walk into your life. Lifting up on the rectum and sex organs is really important to contain energy. Sometimes we just stand and we let everything hang open and all of our energy drains out. So one of the ways of containing more energy is lift up. Rectum and sex organs lift into you. Okay? Not in your ego. All right. Important that you take time every day to meditate. These breaths you can do everywhere. You can walk around doing them, okay? If you want to sit down and do them really calmly, fabulous. Do it. And the great thing is you can teach these to your children because can you imagine if you learn these things as children, how wonderful it is that you grow up with solutions to things where you don't have to lash out. You can actually understand how to clear your own energetic pathways so that you don't have to just react to everything. Could you imagine if we had that as children, how wonderful it would be? I see my kids, they're really level because they grew up with this. This is innately in them. They just don't react to things. It's a really good deal. So teach all this stuff to your children, all right? Give it to them. All right, this meditation, when you don't know what to do, I think anybody that by the time they get to 2 years old, if you don't know what to do you want to know what to do? And sometimes it's like, we're just like, at that crossroads, we're like, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do about this. All right. So what I want you to do with this is to your right hand, this is your male side, right? Your projective, your sun, your like sympathetic nervous system. I can do, I will do. It's going to hold your female, your allowing, your intuition, your knowing, your moon energy. And the left thumb is going to go over and the right thumb is going to be on top of it. So the container of action is holding the content of knowingness, of allowing. Okay, so in that, you're going to have this in front of your diaphragm. And the great thing about this is you can't think. If you start thinking, you lose where you are. So you're going to first inhale through your nose, then you're going to exhale through your nose. Then you're going to inhale through your mouth. You're going to exhale through your mouth. You're going to inhale through your nose. You're going to exhale through your mouth. You're going to inhale through your mouth. You're going to exhale through your nose. So nose, nose, mouth, mouth, nose, mouth, nose. Okay, we're going to do that. First, I want you to ask a question of something that you don't know what to. This is like the tarot cards of you. Okay, if you don't have your tarot cards, you don't have your I Ching, you don't have anything that you can ask questions of, ask the question, put the question out here, then don't think about it again. Okay, I really don't know what to do about my child. I don't know what to do about this job. I don't know what to do about my husband. I don't know what to do about this situation in my life. I don't know if I should do this or this or this. Okay, this hand holds this hand, this. So right holds the left. Put it right at your diaphragm. I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to say it to you out loud until you get into the rhythm of it, all right? So you're going to focus on that question. What is it that you don't know what to do about right now? Just sit with that, breathe into it for a moment. Feel what it is in your life right now that you need answers to. You need lots of options about. Sit there, close your eyes, put it in front of you. Okay. And now you're going to begin breathing. You're going to inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose and inhale through your mouth and exhale through your mouth. No rush in this, it's really slow. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And inhale through your mouth and exhale through your nose. And inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your nose. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your nose. And inhale deeply. And exhale.